Okay, that's part 2 now because I didn't realize I was out of memory space. Okay, so just a quick reminder, foreshortening. So this is not incorrect. It looks shorter because it's coming out into space. Or it could look shorter if it was receding into space as well. So there's different things that can be happening there. So just keep that in mind. All right, now through his arms. Try and not use super straight lines. Try and keep things a little bit curved, a little bit softer. Play with your line quality, all right? And now we're going to go ahead, well, I'll do a little loops for the hands. And, all right, and now we're gonna build in the shapes, okay? So, joints first. All right, now here's where these joints come in real handy. If you're drawing somebody and you're drawing on this blank paper and you're like, okay, look at the knee. See this circle? It lines up directly over the ankle circle. Hugely helpful when you're drawing people. If you're doing this and the ankle is like over here, you know that you drew the bottom part of the leg too long, okay? So you can use these joints, kind of like a little constellation, to reference, okay, did I draw things actually in the correct place? So this joint is just a little bit catty corner up from this one. So if this one was way down here, you'd know this was way too long. So never move on from this step until you see that all of these joints are in the right place, on the top and the bottom. Same thing here, you can see, okay, the arm is gonna follow this line down, okay, and it should be very nearly over top of the hip. If it's all the way over here, all the way over here, you've done something wrong. So use these as a reference, okay? So we've got our joints in, and then we're gonna go in with our bigger shapes here. Now this, I wanna point out that the core, it can kind of scrunch sometimes. If the person's like tilted forward or bent back, it might expand. So this can turn into more of like a little oval or a longer oval, right? And the hips. Now my little marker's dying a little bit, so I'm just kind of sweeping here with our shapes that are gonna start bulking up our person, okay? Kind of a triangular shape for the feet, little loop for that hand because it's closed, and a big loop for that one. And again, we can't see the neck, so we're good to go. Excuse me. All right, so just wanted to lay that in so you get the idea. Now I'm gonna go ahead and draw it directly onto the paper so you can see. I'm gonna be bold, and I'm going to use a black Sharpie to do this. Yikes. 1, to prove to you that you don't need to be afraid to make mistakes, and 2, just so you can make sure that you can really see it here, okay? All right, so I'm looking at my person. Now it's really important that I draw from what I'm seeing and not what I think I'm seeing. If you're drawing somebody like, say they're sitting with their legs crossed, don't draw them, oh, this is what I think a person looks like with their legs crossed. Don't do that. Look at the information. The information is here, it is not in your brain. Unless you have a photographic memory, it's not there. So always refer to the image because you're gonna be in much better shape. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the head and the tilt of it. Okay, and then remember that we don't see the neck, so I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of come across with the shoulder, and come up with the arm. This one's going pretty much straight down. You can use your measurement techniques to check angles to make sure you're doing that correctly. This arm kind of bends. Again, I'm using loose, quick movements. Okay, now I'm going to start going in with the shapes. So my joints first. Hips. All right, so here, these kind of line up right here. Oh, I'm in good shape right now. Okay, this knee, kind of an angle up. Yep, I'm in good shape here. And the ankle, how did I do? Good, okay, so I'm going to kind of continue going. Width of the torso. Hands. Bulk up the legs. He's like our muscle guy. All right, so you saw that happened really quick. This isn't necessarily perfect or the way that you need to continue with gesture drawing. That's why I'm going to show you examples. You can see artists and the different ways that they use gesture drawing. For historical reference, if you want to look up Rembrandt, he was a Dutch painter who used, used gesture drawing a lot in his studies for his paintings. So you can look up Rembrandt. And for a modern example, a really fun thing to look at is animators. So Disney and Pixar, they have a lot of resources online if you want to look at animators, references for drawings in character expression and movement. Great references for you to look up some professionals using gesture drawing and gesture drawing in human figures, okay? So this is what we're doing. Don't be intimidated by it. Really have fun with it. And when you get to student posing, which we're going to do only if you guys are really thriving with the slideshow, so make sure you're really, really trying, then we'll get to have some student models, which is really fun. If we get to student models, I want you guys to keep in mind, and even on the slideshow, if you are drawing a person from the front, okay, you're going to be drawing things pretty straight on, like that muscle man guy, all right? But when you turn somebody in space, you're going to start seeing foreshortening. You're going to start seeing these lines shift and turn a little bit. You're going to see things like necks disappearing. Just draw what you see and you'll be in good shape, okay? Don't draw a neck if you can't see a neck. Don't draw the bottom part of the leg if it's tucked up under the person. You can't see it. So keep those things in mind. Draw what you see. Loose, quick movements. I did it in Sharpie. You can do it in pencil. Don't be afraid. Don't erase. Leave it there so that you know, okay, that was wrong. I need to make it a little bit longer. Don't be afraid of that. This is going to be a quick and messy thing. And practice in your sketchbooks on your own time. I really encourage it. Either drawing from images like this, maybe drawing from a video, or drawing friends at lunch or anything it might be. The more you practice, the better it's going to be. And the more, well, you'll be set up for future projects in this class, okay? So wonderful. Can't wait to see what you guys do. And just for fun, we're gonna have a little bit of show off time. There's the beautiful girl. Oh, yay. Just had to show her off a little bit. All right, you guys, I hope that you're having a great time. Again, email me if you need anything, and I'll see you in the next video.